Nice. I just finished a video. My other business where I make videos for retail game or retail stores. I just finished a video on Final Girl. And so I've had this on my table for the last couple of days. And it's such a fun game. And I think the video turned out. I think it's one of my better videos that I ever made. So I'm excited about that. Got to play around with some lighting. So, but the way that this works is all of the oh geez, maybe it'll come out. Um, each one of these, ooh, feature film boxes comes with a killer and a location, and then you can mix and match the killers and locations. I think for today, what we're going to be doing is just picking one of these and playing it in the intended location, the killer in the intended location. And so we got a couple of them here, but it does actually have a spot here where they recommend that you can store either a core box. So this is the core box. You need this to play the game, or they did put out a expansion, the North Pole Nightmare, which was kind of a holiday themed expansion that does not have a space in one of these larger boxes, and they also could say that you could put that in there. But I think the last couple like big box expansions came with the core box, and I'm wondering if they just kind of were like, people. I have two core boxes now, right? So I wonder if they just kind of realized that there was enough core. Also, fun fact, I learned while setting up for the previous video that this is not a feature film box. They have like the cast and crew series 3, and then they have like the other series in the associated boxes that is more for like storage and stuff. I was like, I'm running out of places to store my Final Girls and everything, but yeah, we'll do it here. This seems fun. Oh, and minis. Look at that. There are minis in here. So you can play with the different Final Girls that come in the box. I'm gonna take that thing off so you can see it a little bit better. Play with the different Final Girls that come in the box. Um, that's cool. And then the vignette expansions, which I've not actually dived into any of the vignette. Has anyone curious if anyone has and has any feedback on how those work? But then you can also take these and then you have slots for the Final Girl, like asymmetrical powers, as well as their unique items that can be stored in here. And then I have a stack of them right here. So that's a way to store them, because I'm like, I'm running out of room in my core box. What am I doing? And they solved that problem a long time ago. I got a new promo. I got Jamie from Foster the Meeple. This is a YouTube channel. Got this at Gamma when I was there a couple weeks ago. But so we actually contracted with Jamie to do the talking head portion of the retail video. So that was kind of fun. I put her promo in the video because I thought that was fun. So I like that. It does look like it comes with 2, 4, 5 different feature film boxes. We've got the Hunter. Oh, this looks like I don't know, Miami Vice or something, right? The starring the Hunter, and the location is hidden from us at Sunny Days Mall. So the Hunter at Sunny Days Mall. We've got Razorface here at Hellscape, and then Ryan Johnson, who, or I'm sorry, no, Georgian, who was, I think, the designer of this specific box. I got to meet him. I met him at Gen Con last year, which was pretty fun. Then we've got Final Girl, the Slayer. Seems like a band at Falconwood. Final Girl, the Slayer at Falconwood. We've got the Tormentor. Oh my gosh, I don't know why, but that just feels creepy to me. Like that, whatever villain that thing is, that just seems scary. So we got the Tormentor at Merrick Warehouse. Oof. And then finally we have the Eyeless. Oh my gosh, she looks terrified. The Eyeless with the largest eyes of any Final Girl ever. Got the Eyeless at Utopia. Well, there you go. at Utopia. And it's kind of cool because I don't know if you can see, but inside this box, it has like the locations where they should be put back in. And so you can put all these back in pretty easily there. I love these storage boxes. I'm actually pretty happy that it didn't come with the core box. One, like it's nice to have a spot now to put the North Pole Nightmare expansion. Um, but yeah, cool. And then we've got this. Oh, wow, this is actually really heavy. This is hefty. This is the bonus features for Series 3. Let's see, I don't know if I'm supposed to open this yet or not. Am I supposed to prove myself against the 6 or the 5 scenarios before I am able to open this? We'll see. So I got a new mat. So like this is a game toppers table, which is kind of it's a board game topper where it sits on top of a different table. And so like under this I just have a folding table, but then they make all of these mats that can be switched in and out. So I have the wood mat, and then this is the I don't know, the gray mat, I guess. I'm very curious what's in here. Feature film rulebook, Series 3. Oh, they have all the rules. Okay, actually, I I need to look at some of these other ones more because these are the rules for the individual. Um, oh, this is pretty cool. Okay, so these are the rules for the individual feature films in Series 3. So like the special rules for the Marik warehouse, where typically what I've been using, oops, is which one are we gonna do? Are we gonna do the hunter? Are we gonna go to Vice? Let's just open it and see if they have it in here, so I can actually show what I've been talking about. They have like these little leaflets that I lose all the time. Actually, if it doesn't have it, there are 3 of them that I found that I needed to put back into a box. Um, and then because I'm lazy, I just put it on top of the box over here. Like, okay, I'll deal with that later. But if that is the case, and I can get rid of those little leaflets and just have the booklet to tell us about it. Yeah. Okay. So it does have the. Ooh. It does have the individual rule sets in each one of them as well, but I always lose them. Hunter looks cool. I I'm digging the art on this. That's fun. Okay, sweet. And then so that's the rules. We have the feature film. Wait, lore and scenarios for Series 3. Huh. It looks like there's some alternate ways to play. And then here's like the lore. So you can read about the different monsters that you've been fighting or that you are fighting. Feature film Sunday's Mall gruesome deaths. Nice. Okay. So based on where you are at in Sunday's Mall, which I think is this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, so at Sunday's Mall, you can read the gruesome deaths based on which uh villain you're fighting or which monster you're fighting. So if Razorface kills you at the Sunday's Mall, you can read this. That's fun. That's really fun. It's definitely like, oh, and then like general deaths you can roll and read, so you can really like dive into the theme of everything. That's really cool. We got that for, it looks like, all of them. That's just fun. That's just fun theming. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's all of them. That's just fun theming. Nice. Those are gonna go back in there. We'll keep Sunday's Mall out so we can read it, see what's going on. I think the bonus feature, this like bonus feature box is in all of my other, are in this series 1 box, so I assume that that's just in there. I just haven't opened it. For I was thinking that it was like expansion content, way to expand on the previous things, and I just haven't like dived in too much with everything in like the series 1 box, so I just haven't opened it. Hyped for Final Girl you also see the new Kickstarter for Ashes? I did not actually. So the new Kickstarter for Ashes, I got a note from Team Covenant, which is where I get all of my Ashes content. I'm just like subscribed, and then they just send me stuff and charge my card, which is a very dangerous place to be. They said that there were some changes coming, but I didn't dive in too much of what those changes were. And so, from what I understood, it didn't change too much of how it's currently played. Is that right? That's interesting, though. I'll definitely check it out. I didn't realize there was a Kickstarter. And we've got the Final Girl Special FX Crate. Now, typically, or at least in the last two, that slot has been taken up with some game mats, and so I'm interested to see what's in this box. It's a new core set, adds 2 magic types, and includes solo. Trapid, how quick does Final Girl play? Uh, Based on how good you are, it does answer. I would say my average games are around a half hour. If I'm streaming, maybe 50 to 60 minutes. If I'm not streaming, I've died within 5 minutes before, and then I've also, I think the longest I've played is about an hour. That was fairly that was out of the ordinary. It's a very quick game. When I first got it, I thought it was like a 2 hour long game. I don't know where I got that notion from. I was just like, Final Girl is gonna take me hours to play, and it's just like, no, it's like a 20 minute, like super easy to set up. Like if like just pop it off and then you go. So it's they've definitely made sure that the game is easy to or is very accessible. It's a new course that adds 2 magic types and includes solo. So when it says it includes solo, is that an expansion on the Red Rains, or it has Red Rains as part of the box? Is it like a new Chimera? That's cool. I have a lot of Ashes. I ordered a lot of Ashes, so I do need to break it back out and bring it back out on stream. So I'm excited about that. I have a little bit of time. I have a month and a half or so before my next trip, and I am so happy about that. Oh, I've been traveling so much. I think it just offers it in the base game instead of asking players to drop for it. I love that. I mean, like, I think that's a really smart way. And what that tells me is that they've seen a lot of success with Red Rains, which probably means that we are going to see more support of it in the future. I'm here for it because I think it's a really solid solo. So the special FX crate. Does it tell us what's in it? Good. Might be surprised. Accessories and guest stars. Ooh. Alrighty. So no. Oh, and then guest star miniatures. Oh, cool. Okay. So I wonder if these are like the promos. So I guess like I do need to disclose that this is a review copy. I did the whole thing where I backed it on Kickstarter, and then I completely forgot to fill out the pledge manager. And so I paid for it, but I never got it, so they sent me a review copy. So oops. It looks like they're calling them Dragonborn instead of Chimera. Honestly, Plaid Hat is one of the most consumer-focused big companies. They're great to their fans. 1000% agree. Okay, cool. Dragonborn instead of Chimera. I like that. I think I like that a little bit more. I think Chimera is not as broad of a term that I would use to describe as Dragonborn, or as a Chimera. Dragonborn feels a little bit more like out there. Let's see the guest stars. See if there's anyone we know in here. Okay. So much plastic. A character pack for Final Girl. So this is Caroline's Revenge. And then Grandma's Grudge. We got the vehicle card reference. Okay. Oh, we've got the special weapons, or special items, I should say. And these are, oh wow, there's a lot of them in here. Then there's a couple of events. But the special items you can only open once you beat, like with Paula, who is Paula Deming, one of the um, promos. Once you beat a scenario with Paula, you get to open this, and it's going to kind of like lean into what they are good at. Oh, I went to the dentist this morning. My like, ugh, just always so tired after the dentist. Then we got some promos. We got Jamie. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. So Jamie from Foster the Meeple, Paula from Paula, uh, Angie's, Lila, A Will to Live, Bribe, and Combo. I'm actually not 100% sure. Oh, these are signature action cards for different characters. Now that's pretty cool. And so it looks like the Will to Live. I wonder if one of these will tell you. Choose a signature action die from out of play and take it into your hand. So that's, I think, whenever you flip, whenever you save that last victim, you can flip and choose one of these. So, like, the Will to Live is add 2 health to the token, even if it's blank. Add 1 health to the token, even if it's blank. You are dead, regardless of any hearts on the table. Oh, okay, well, there you go. That seems a lot. Choose 2 action cards. In the order you want to resolve them, use the result of a single horror roll to resolve them in that order. Oh, cool. That's fun. And it looks like you got some more signature action cards here. Vehicle action. Oh, so if you're using one of the vehicles, like if you're using like the van, you can take this action card and use this. That's pretty cool. There's a forklift and a bulldozer. Nice. I'm curious what's in here. I think this feels like a Final Girl that is turned monster. Is kind of what the vibe that this is giving me. Like Caroline's Revenge. Um, it has like that looks like the manor, the warehouse manor, warehouse, or the poltergeist where they fight. So I'm curious if this is like a way to modify that scenario at all. Attuned items, psychic attack. I have no idea what this is. Oh, there you go. Okay, sweet. It has rules. Nice. So she has returned. This time she isn't hiding. She is hunting. Her psychic abilities have attuned, and she is now ready to send Helen Creech to Limbo. So Creech Manor is what it's called. So yes, it requires the final core box and a feature film box to play. And then it has just like special setups and more ways to modulate the game. Okay, that's really cool. I feel like there's just so many ways that they have been able to expand on the core idea of you need a feature film box to play this game, to like, okay, now like you can change up the setup rules and everything for different Final Girls and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And then I assume these are the minis for the, oh yeah, here you go. Yeah, so just the miniatures for the different promo characters and stuff. That's cool. We got accessories. Oh, there's a dice tray in here. That's cool. Let's break that thing out. Which is good because I forgot to grab my dice tray before the stream. So how convenient is that? Has anyone played Season 3 yet on their own? I think it's relatively new. The reason that I realized that I didn't fill out my pledge manager is everybody else was starting to get it. I was like, wait a second, why am I not getting it? I filled out the one for the North Pole Nightmare, and I think I just associated the two together. And I was like, okay, cool. I finished my Van Ryder pledge manager, and that was not the case. Alrighty, cool. So we've got a Final Girl dice tray. Now this will unbutton and lay flat, so you can fit it into any bag or anything like that. This is like a, I don't know if it's actually leather, but it feels like a leather type situation. So that's cool. Well, statistically, that's what you would expect, right? Like, so there you go. Um, nice. We got a supplemental game mat. Sorry for all the crinkling. Feature film, special cards, feature film, place dice tray here, tokens and miniatures. I bet this feels a little bit taller than what two of those like game mats are stacked on top of each other. I do like that it has the rules reference here. And then I think these are like the things that we are just looking at, anything that modifies the game a little bit. That's cool. We'll leave that out and see if we can use that. Then we got teardrop dice, which means something. Collecting tears. It is well known in Final Girl lore that our inspiration and creativity is fueled by the tears of the players. Well, there you go. You're going right at it. Decide before the game if you want to use the tear dice. If you do, replace the normal red dice with the blue tear dice. These are similar in form and function to the base dice, but instead of blanks on the 1-2 side, they have a teardrop icon. Choose which side of the tier board you'd like to use and place it on the table next to you. So you got collected tears, tier effect, and tier board. Each time you resolve a no success result during a horror roll, you may take one tier marker for each teardrop shown on a dice. Place them on the collected tiers. You do not collect tiers when resolving successful horrors. You do not collect tiers if you already have all 5 tier markers. You may spin the tiers you've collected at any time for the effects shown on the tier board and also described below with additional details. The more tiers you spend, the better the effect. Okay, so it's kind of like a fixing situation. Okay, let's try it, right? So like yeah, you can on side like A, you can spend a tier to increase your time by 1. Or if you spend 5, you get +2 dice for the horror roll for the rest of the turn. So it's kind of fixing if you do roll just abysmal, then you get a couple of fixes. Alternate rules. Nah. We'll just play with the standard rule set. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep that out here. Let's play with the tiers of their consumers. Oh no, that's upside down. Does it matter? No. Will it bother me? Yes. I don't use the miniatures for. I think I have almost every miniature. Hey, Bessie, thank you so very much for the subscription. Hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate it. How are you doing? I don't use the miniatures because it's really hard to see on stream. Of like, I guess like you could use one miniature, but I lay everything down so like the camera can capture it, and so like the miniatures don't really work that way.